In a prestigious ballet school in America, perfection isn't just expected, it's demanded. Five elite ballerinas are preparing for a career defining performance in Hungary. But there's one problem. Bones, the rebellious outsider, when she shows up late to rehearsal, it sparks a brutal clash with Princess, the rich and entitled favorite whose parents fund the entire school. What begins as tension quickly explodes into a full on fight of play, ending with a bloody nose and shattered pride. Their instructor, Madame Thorna, pulls Bones aside and warns her to control her temper, at least until they make it to Hungary, because this performance could change everything. The journey takes a dark turn almost immediately. Their plane is suddenly diverted without explanation, leaving them stranded far from their destination. Forced onto a bus that drives deep into a desolate forest, things go from bad to worse when the vehicle breaks down in the middle of nowhere. With no other option, the group sets out on foot, walking through rain and darkness toward a place they've never heard of. Eventually, they arrive at the Termac Hotel, a strange and isolated building hidden in the wilderness. From the moment they step inside, something feels wrong. Inside the hotel, the atmosphere is unsettling. Shady guests drink, gamble, and watch bizarre performances on stage. Among them is a young performer who catches the attention of Chloe, a deaf ballerina who connects with him in her own quiet way. Meanwhile, Bones notices a photograph of a ballerina in a tutu. The hotel's owner, Devora Casimir, once a star dancer who now goes by the ominous nickname Mouse Queen. She greets the girls warmly, but there's something off about her presence. It doesn't take long before the situation spirals out of control. A crime boss's son named Pasha storms into the hotel to collect money, and within moments, everything changes. After a tense confrontation, he executes Madame Thorna in cold blood, right in front of everyone. Panic spreads instantly. The ballerinas are now trapped in a place where violence is normal and the law means nothing. When Bones attempts to escape, she is knocked unconscious and dragged away. The remaining girls are captured and locked in a basement, confused, terrified, and completely cut off from the outside world. In the basement, the truth becomes horrifyingly clear. This isn't a hotel, it's a trap. The girls are prisoners, drugged and monitored, with no chance of rescue. Fear begins to consume them, but Bones refuses to give in. Using sheer determination, she dislocates her own shoulder to slip free from her restraints. Turning the smallest objects into weapons, she launches a desperate counterattack. When a guard approaches, she drives a hairpin straight into his eye, marking the beginning of their fight for survival. What follows is a brutal transformation. The ballerinas, once graceful performers, become fierce fighters. Their training gives them an unexpected advantage. Precision, balance, and coordination now used for violence. They arm themselves with whatever they can find and begin taking down their captors one by one. In the basement, they face off against armed thugs using scissors, knives, and broken tools. Bones moves like she's dancing, spinning, and striking with deadly accuracy, turning her art into a weapon. As chaos erupts throughout the hotel, the girls push forward, determined to escape. Even Chloe, despite her disability, becomes a powerful force in the fight. The group works together, combining strength and instinct to survive against overwhelming odds. Bodies fall, blood spills, and the once elegant dancers become something far more dangerous. Amid the violence, Devora finally reveals the truth behind everything. Years ago, a powerful crime boss named Marovich destroyed her life, ordering the attack that cost her leg and ended her ballet career. The hotel, the trap, the entire situation, it was all part of her long-planned revenge. She has been waiting for the right moment to strike back, and now that moment has arrived. As the tension reaches its peak, Devora activates explosives planted throughout the building. The hotel becomes a ticking time bomb. The ballerinas barely manage to escape as the entire structure erupts in flames, destroying everything inside: the criminals, the secrets, and the nightmare they endured. The past is burned away in a single explosive act of vengeance. Against all odds, the girls survive. Injured, exhausted, and covered in blood, they steal motorcycles and race toward Budapest. Despite everything they've been through, they refuse to give up on their original goal. The performance still awaits them, and somehow they are determined to make it. In the final moments, they arrive at the theater just in time. Without changing their clothes or tending to their wounds, they step onto the stage. Under the bright lights, with the audience watching, they begin to dance. Every movement is flawless, every step filled with the pain and strength of what they've endured. Because for them, ballet is no longer just an art, it's survival.